2,000 yards for the season. It's the
kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the one interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets. And bottom line, how do they get a win?
Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. From the 30 on second down, McCoy finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game. You know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it. It really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Now McCoy. He finds his man, complete. It's Wilkins. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. And now a fumble. The ball's out and picked up by the Chargers. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Well, he's going to have to shake out the cobwebs first time he touches the football, and he drops it on the ground.
So many times we talk about quarterbacks and taking care of them early to get them in the flow with safe throws, right? But with a runner, there is no such thing as a safe run, right? Right out of the gate, you're going to be in some traffic. You got to take care of the ball, and he didn't do that.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Caught. This is Ivory. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
This offense, Charles, we've talked about how well they played all season, sitting now at 13-0 at a finish line for a perfect regular season. That's in sight. Some of the media this week are pointing back to the 07 Patriots. Of course, remember, they finished the regular season unbeaten, but they were tested multiple times in that final month plus.
Yeah, but something like 4 of the last 6 wins were one-possession games, and they played like a team that was trying to protect something instead of chasing something. And that's what happens when you have an undefeated record. So it behooves you as a team, get a couple blowouts in there so you get a chance to relax and breathe. But that's much easier said than done.
from the shotgun. He'll look to throw. He finds Ivory here.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on fourth. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there.
So now following the roll of the dice, they've got a 1st and 10 inside the 35.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage.
Second and 4.
Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Chargers take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
So that drive goes 8 plays, and it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Lions offense heading out as we give you a look at the playoff race coming into the weekend in the NFC. Partner, just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season, the playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but there's that special one there. I say they go get him.
Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage, and that was an astute play by him to scramble out, see that lane, and burn them for a first down.
Here's McCoy. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Off play action. McCoy. Out to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up second.
Well, they certainly took too long to set up play action, and that gave the pass rush time to get home for its first sack of the game. For their sake, they may start to think about the quick game and leave play action alone for a little while.
Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Intended for number 16, incomplete. It's now 4th down.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good, and this will stay at a 7-point game.
I don't care who you are. 60 yards is a very ambitious attempt. Hard to make even in practice in the best of conditions. And now, worst of all, you give the other guys the ball to start their drive at midfield.
The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And a quick throw here. That's complete.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
On 3rd down, Griffin. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball and pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short. That's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. 7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Now back to throw. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Chargers are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead.
That's 2 really excellent drives for them to start this ball game, both ending with touchdown passes.
In big picture, they look great, don't they? Like a well-oiled machine right now. But let's down focus a little bit and talk about the guy calling the signals and throwing the passes. He is playing with precision right now, scanning the field and making excellent throws.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 14-0.
Lions, nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Taking it about the 1. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. And Detroit back in possession of the football.
They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. McCoy. And he's got his man on the out route. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. McCoy. Oh, this is going to be caught along the sidelines. Probably shouldn't have been caught. He's going to lose yardage there. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. 2nd quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 1st down Lions on a pickup of 13.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
It's 3rd down and 12.
He's got the hook up with Conley. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first half, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
Looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. McCoy caught here by Conley. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers 37. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going, and right now it's paying off with big chunks of yardage as shown by that last play.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. A handoff as they run the counter play. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And down right around the 32-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. That's a gain of 4.
From the gun on 3rd down. McCoy.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Chargers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. It'll go as a loss of 3 on the sack, and it brings up 3rd down.
That's what they have to do more of defensively, not just getting sacks. We have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. First time that they called his number tonight, and it gets him a 1st down.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Second and 3. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
Yes, a real defensive resistance there, saying not so fast to a good drive. They had marched to the end zone the last time out.
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on third down. He'll drop to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, Chargers. A big play there. 61 yards.
And the Chargers have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Well, just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
Is that like mentioning a perfect game in baseball? Or are we cool to do it here in football, Bud?
No, I think you can do it here in football. I think perfect game in baseball, that's its own category.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Could not imagine a worse start for that secondary. Or let's face it, a better one for this offense. No chance they stop passing now the way that it's going. I think they're going to continue to press the ball downfield and hopefully reap the same results.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Back to throw. McCoy. And he fires one that's intercepted. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD.
Pass interference. Defense.
So call off the pick 6.
Everything looked right. It looked like it was in their favor. Returned it for a touchdown, as you just described. But instead, the penalty for interference nullifies everything.
They run the counter now on 1st down. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done.
Previous play is under
And
review.
now hold everything here as the challenge flag is out. And we're going to get a review of that last play.
To throw on third down. McCoy. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. That's a first down with a cherry on top, 31 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
2nd and 10 at the Chargers' 30-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd down. McCoy. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
That's a gain of 3. It's
On 3rd down, McCoy. He finds his man complete. It's Wilkins. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. Now the Lions, they send out the field goal unit here. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. And his kick is good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18.
Well, still some climbing left to do to get back to even, but forcing a turnover and getting the field goal there, that's a small step toward erasing the early deficit.
Absolutely. That interception field goal, that's the beginning of what they hope will be several steps towards erasing that deficit and building a lead of their own by the time this game is over.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So out come the Chargers. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
2nd and 9 now. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
A gain of 9 yards. First down, Toronto.
Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year.
And the Chargers continue to pull away here in this first half.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Point after, right down the middle. And a route is on here in this first half. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes the return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have
connected for the touchback. The Lions going to go back on offense one final time in this first half. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line.
To number 86, a gain of 9.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much.
Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Chargers getting ready to go here to start this third quarter. Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, if they score here, this one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now. And I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. On second down now, it's Griffin. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Charger first down. Well, that is a running back who was not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the C's opened up for him.
Yeah, this defense has had its share of problems getting guys to the ground. And here's another example. They never should have allowed this play to gain as many yards as it did. But poor tackling early in the play led to big yardage after the fact.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Back to throw here. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on 3rd down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a first down.
Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return, and the Lions will take over. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
On second down, they'll run it here. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 2.
On 3rd and 2, McCoy. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. Chargers offense back onto the field.
Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming.
And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
It's a gain of 4, and it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. That he won't quite make it. He needed 6, he got about 5. 4th down.
If this were baseball, we call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the 1st down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Detroit's offense ready to take over. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
On 2nd and 9, McCoy.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
To number 86. That's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 2.
On 3rd and 2, McCoy. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he is going to have a Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10.
Looking to throw. McCoy. Quick hitter here. It's complete.
And they're going to move it down inside the 25. And a nice milestone reached on that last throw as here late in the season, he goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he'll get a couple here down to the 22. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Back to throw. McCoy. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away. Incomplete.
It's 4th down.
And his kick here is good. And they're back within 3 scores as it's now a 22-point game.
So the 3 points there, CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Fields it right around the goal line. Toronto's offense ready to take over.
And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain. They'll set up a throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete.
And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field defensively. Make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. He finds his target, Allen. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
And the Toronto 1st down. That's
One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Ford Field. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
He fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down. And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. There they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. The Chargers on 3rd down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This will be 3rd and 5. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. Down at the 25.
Number 3, ball carrier. Tackle at the 21-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. It brings up 2nd and 7.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
But this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps. For these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Wide open, it's Allen, complete. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. A great effort there.
His 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chargers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. But just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come and have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that'll push the lead up to 29 now.
Lions 6.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away.
Taken at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
And Detroit getting set to go now.
Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
Now McCoy. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack.
Well, partner, you and I will be headed to the airport, but after this game, when it's interview time, Someone's going to ask this quarterback what hurt worse, the interceptions or the sacks. His whole day, it's been rough. Barring a miraculous comeback, this offense isn't going to win this game, but he's probably going to say what hurt most is the loss.
After the sack on first down, McCoy. And his throw's going to be incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means he'll need to come up with something here on third down. Looking to throw. McCoy. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a fourth down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on third and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
Here comes the Lions punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt, 6 on the return. Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remote's clicking off right now. On third down, Griffin. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46.
I like his focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need one. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
Right back to him on first down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. They'll set up to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. And that is no good. He gave it a good run. That wasn't more than a foot or so wide to the left. But that shouldn't matter a great deal as they still lead by a bundle here. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the fourth quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, you know, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
Detroit's offense ready to take over. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
To throw again on second down. McCoy. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. And the Chargers are going to take over at their own 41. But here in the fourth quarter, defensively, you know that you're just going to blanket the field with defensive backs and say, okay, take your best shot. And that time, it's intercepted.
And we've often seen teams go into the prevent early, way too early, and sometimes they get too soft in their coverages, but not in this case. They understood the situation and played it with the proper aggression.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. 40 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. And he stopped immediately there. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Lions.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a 4th down now. On is the Chargers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into point. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, that's to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.
So for our visitors, they move ever closer to the perfect regular season as they run things to 14-0. And they'll get another road date next week. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they drop their 10th game now to fall to 4-10.
And they'll be on the road next week as they travel to Pittsburgh to take on the Steelers.